The first productivity myth is that you have to hustle 24/7 to succeed. This is the one that keeps millions of people running on fumes. The idea that you have to be grinding every second of every day. The notion that if you're not skipping meals in order to continue working late into the night, then you just simply don't want it bad enough. It sounds inspiring at first, motivating even. But behind that hustle glorified mindset is a dangerous lie that leads to burnout, resentment, and losing your way completely. It convinces you that rest is weakness, that stillness is laziness, and that if you're not constantly producing, then you're falling behind everyone else. That's not productivity. That's self destruction in disguise. Let's get real. Success is not a race to exhaustion. We are all on our own timeline. You can't give your best when you're constantly depleted. The human body, your mind, your spirit, your creativity needs recovery. Your focus needs space. Your growth needs reflection. Just like muscles grow not during the workout, but during the rest. Your dreams come alive in the space between effort and renewal. If you never give yourself permission to pause, how will you know if you're even chasing the right thing? Rest and reflection keeps you on course. To overcome this myth, you have to reframe your relationship with productivity. It starts with intentionality. Ask yourself, what truly matters right now? Because the truth is, doing less, but doing it with focus, purpose, and clarity will take you further than any mindless hustle ever could. Replace toxic busyness with deep, meaningful work over consistent timeline. 1 hour of deep work with a rested mind every day for 3 months will give you more positive results than stretching yourself so thin for 1 month that you burn out and need extended time to recover before getting back to it. Success is a long game, not a burst of work followed by a lull. Prioritize tasks that align with your long term goals, not just the tasks that make you feel busy. It's all about how you spend your daily time now that will define your future achievements. More importantly, treat rest like fuel. Think of a car. Eventually, you need to refuel or recharge, otherwise, it'll stop going. Your productivity abides by the same rule. In order to keep going, you have to refuel and recharge. Build in time for quiet, for walks, for journaling, for reconnecting with your why. Do whatever it is you need to do for yourself to relax. You don't have to run yourself into the ground to build something extraordinary. You just need to stop confusing movement with progress. Sustainability and success isn't about being busy 24/7. It's about mastering your energy, honoring your limits, and learning when to push and when to pause. True power comes when you're not just productive, but present. And once you understand that, that's when the game changes and you'll start seeing results. The second productivity myth is that multitasking makes you more efficient. This is the great illusion of modern productivity. We live in a world that praises busyness, a culture that rewards those who juggle multiple tasks like circus performers. Emails flying in, music blasting, 6 tabs open, phone buzzing, to do lists half checked, and a calendar filled with back to back calls. It looks impressive, it feels productive, but under the surface, something vital is being lost: your ability to focus deeply. Science tells us what we refuse to admit. Our brains aren't built to multitask. Not when it comes to complex, meaningful tasks. What we're really doing is task switching, rapidly shifting attention from one thing to another. Each switch comes with a cognitive price. You lose time reorienting. You increase the chances of making mistakes. And more importantly, you fracture your attention into pieces so small they stop being useful. And it doesn't just hurt your output, it rewires your brain over time. You become addicted to distraction. You unknowingly train your mind to operate in fragments instead of depth. You lose the ability to focus for long periods. You lose the ability to enter the flow state where real breakthroughs happen. You begin every task, but finish few. You feel busy, but your goals don't move. And at the end of the day, you feel exhausted and empty, like you've been running in circles but getting nowhere. The truth is, depth beats speed, focus beats frenzy, quality beats quantity. Pure productivity, the kind that changes your life, is not about how many things you can do at once, but how powerfully you can do the one thing that matters most right now. The solution? Start time blocking. Create sacred space for deep work. No distractions, no noise, no chaos. One task, full focus. You'll not only complete more, but you'll remember more, create better, and feel less stressed. Multitasking might make you look busy, but deep focus will actually provide you with tangible results. The third productivity myth is that waking up early is the secret to success. This one has become gospel within the self improvement world. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. If you're not waking up at 5 a.m., then you're wasting your potential. The internet is full of morning routine gurus telling you that if you're not up before the sunrise, grinding before breakfast, and running laps around the world while it sleeps, then you're falling behind. But here's the reality: productivity isn't about what time you wake up, it's about what you do with the hours you're awake. Not everyone is wired to thrive in the early morning. For some, those pre dawn hours are sacred and energizing. But for others, they're foggy, unproductive, and soul draining. What matters more than the hours on the clock is knowing your personal rhythm, your chronotype, and optimizing around it. Success won't happen by trying to fit in with the workflow of others, but by discovering your own and then being consistent with it. It doesn't matter what time you complete your deep work, just as long as it gets done. Some people hit their creative peak at midnight. Others fire on all cylinders after lunch. That doesn't make them lazy, it makes them unique. It makes them human. Blindly forcing yourself to wake up early day after day will lead to exhaustion and reverse the intended effect. Instead of being productive, over time you will become tired, unfocused, and beating yourself up for not being your best in someone else's schedule, ultimately resulting in being unmotivated and unproductive. Real productivity isn't about copying a billionaire's morning routine. It's about mastering your own routine, finding your peak hours, building habits that work for your life. Whether you rise with the sun or stay up with the stars, the mission is the same. Build consistency, work with intention, and protect your energy. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You're not alone on this journey. Here at Beyond Average Success, you'll find community, support, and inspiration as you pursue your goals. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a way of life. So keep learning, keep growing, keep believing in yourself, and you will certainly achieve beyond average success.